Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. What do you reckon to the new intro? I thought I'd try and spice things up for 2021. So on this video, we are going to be talking about model rockets. Now, I haven't had a model rocket since I was about 17 or 18. Now, there was an old restaurant when I lived in Hampshire. It was Leon Solent, and the restaurant was right next to like these gift shops and out on the seafront. And I remember buying a little model rocket kit like this from that gift shop. As I say, it was about 20 years ago now, and I forgot all about them. And then all of a sudden I thought, you know, I love playing with pyrotechnics and things, obviously in a safe way. When I went to France, bought some bangers back, that sort of thing. And I wanted to do something that's a bit more, should we say, legal? Because, yeah, I mean, bangers aren't dangerous, but they're not officially sold in the UK. So yeah, I went and got another sort of model rocket kit, and this is the rocket itself. It's the Journey. It's quite a long rocket. It's about, I don't know, just under 2 foot long. It's got a removable nose cone, which is where the parachute's located. And all you do is you get the kit, you get a plain painted black tube, which you would put your sticker on. You glue the fins on, and then just assemble the bottom bit by gluing the motor holder to the tube, and then there's a little screw here so you can put your motors in and out, and you also then just glue on your guide. We'll have a closer look at this in a minute. For the time being, I need to find somewhere suitable to launch it, and then we'll go over all the parts you get, and we'll have a go at launching one. There go. So as I say, in the kit, I've already built the rocket. As I say, all you do is glue this plastic bit onto the bottom of the tube, attach your nose cone, and glue on your fins, and that is all that's needed to build the actual rocket. You have to buy motors for it. Now, these are pyrotechnics, they're actually explosives. You get them in different sizes. These are B66s and the slightly smaller A83s. Might start off with the A83s actually, because I don't know how high this is going to fly it, but as you can see here, it will go up to 1100 feet with appropriate motors. So yeah, as I say, it's all pre-coloured, no paint in it. You just literally glue it together and you're ready to go. On the side of the box, it gives you a rundown of the different size motors that are compatible with this particular rocket, and on the back, everything you get in there. So let's open the box and see what is in here. So you get a launcher or a launch pad. Just turn the monitor around. There we go. An extension to the pad. Wadding, which doesn't actually come with it. I'd tuck that in there with the motors, but you need wadding for when your parachute is deployed. The exhaust gas won't burn or melt your parachute. I've just noticed the camera is proper focusing. Sorry if you can hear the motors going on it. That's your launch plate. Also get your launch controller. It's got a safety key here, so it won't actually provide power until you put the key in, the lights on, and then you push the button and it will fire your motors. What else we got? A little wind sock for the top of the launch pad. And obviously, if I hadn't already built the rocket, you've got all your instructions and safety guidance and stuff in there as well. Now, if you're buying it as a full kit, you will get some poly cement and some free wadding anyway. As I say, that's the full kit. These are about 50 quid or £50, depending on, you know, what ones you go for. You can get twin packs, all sorts. So yeah, I'll leave a link to one of the shops I use down in the description. So what we need to do is first off build our launch pad, and it's quite simple. Literally just slot the legs in, like so. That's that done. Let's put this straight up, and then you slide your pad on. That'll obviously help the exhaust gas. And then I think for this size rocket we only really need two of the poles slotted in, and there's your launch pad. And then the rocket has the guide already on, so that would just slide over like so. It's quite a tight fit, but once you're ready to go, that'll just fly up there, and yeah, off you go. So I think we need to find a suitable launch location. There's not too much wind today, and let's fire it off and see what happens. So before we go and launch this, I'm just going to prep the engine. As I say, it's been a while since I've used one of these as well, so this is all new to me. But you just unscrew the end cap, and as I say, we'll go for an A83. Now these should give about 700 feet still, so they're not awful, but they're certainly not the biggest engines you can get. And in each pack you get some igniters, which is what your electric current goes through to set the engine off, and also some plugs just to hold them in. You get 3 motors in a pack, you get 4 plugs and 4 igniters. Now there's a big empty space that end, so that's the end that goes in first, and that's your working end. So we're just going to slide that in. Nice tight fit, and it will stick out a little bit because your cap still goes on. So we're just going to put the cap back on until it won't go anymore. Now obviously once the igniter's in there, it is a live bomb basically, so just bear that in mind. You slide your igniter in, use one of your plugs just to sorry, it's a bit fiddly, just to bung that in, and there we go. And then once we're on the launch pad, we just connect our wires to the 2 trails coming off the igniter, and that should send it skyward. So let's go find somewhere where there's no dog walkers and stuff, and see how high we can get it. Right, so I've actually decided to stay where I am because there's no one really down here. I've got plenty of open space, because what you've got to remember is as well, once you've fired it, you're going to recover it. So I'm just sliding that on, bend the 2 igniter wires out a little bit, and now I've got my launch pad. Make sure your key's out so that it can't go off accidentally, and unravel it. Now it doesn't matter which clamp you put on which cable wire coming out of the igniter, so don't worry too much about that. And just make sure you get clamped on. So I'm just going to unravel this. And then we get a better shot on that. Right then, so once you're wired up, if you put your key in and push down, it will go red. that means there's a connection. If it doesn't go red, it means your wires aren't connected properly or something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my phone so I can try and record the full flight. And I might try and do this with my feet so I can get it all recorded, including the recovery. Because bearing in mind you're going to have to try and recover this, so wind and stuff. But let's go with the flight first, I suppose. So as I say, you push down on the key, your light goes red, and let's go for it. 3, 2, 1, launch. And there we go. That was a successful launch. Let me just go and recover the rocket. Yeah, that was quite good. I'd say that was a small engine, so it didn't go very high. Yeah, we can certainly try that again. Let's pick my wood ditter. Yeah, parachute came out okay, which was always a bit of a worry because you do just have to sort of stuff it in there, and I keep thinking, oh, that's going to get tangled, but it didn't. There we go. So I think we should have another go, but with one of the bigger B6 engines. What do you reckon? Let's do it. So I've loaded a new engine, and I'm just going to quickly demonstrate how you put the parachute back. And you do literally just fold it up, which is why it was quite a surprise when it opened. You literally just roll it up along with the ties, like so. This bit of elastic just holds the end cone on, so that when you fire it, you don't lose your end cone. And then yeah, you just literally stuff it in there, and there we go, we're good to go again. As I say, this time we've got a bigger engine, we've got the B66, and hopefully we'll get more height. And I'll play both together. I'm just going to slide that on. Take the key out of the launch pad. As I say, it would be hard for it to go off on its own, but with the key in you've got a circuit, whereas without it in you haven't. And again, all we're going to do is just connect up the launch pad or the launch controller to the wires on the motor or the igniter of the motor, like so. And again, I'll try and film it with my phone, and we'll go from there. So, if we're ready, if I put the key in again, push down, it goes red, you've got a circuit. Let's just get my phone recording, and there we go. And in 3, 2, 1. Whoa, that was much higher. Much higher. And the parachute's out. Yeah, much higher. Parachute deployed okay. And it's going to come down out there. Brilliant. I'm not going to record going and get that one, it's a bit further away, so catch up with you in a minute. Well, this one went much further. Didn't look that far from back there. There's the, you can see the rocket, and we're way over there. So yeah, it definitely went a bit further, but then it went a lot higher. So, but again, we got good parachute deployment. And there we go. How cool! You get a lot of singeing. But yeah, definitely great fun. Let's get back to the car. So there you have it, model rockets. Great fun, all over very, very quickly. But as I say, the best things in life are always over quickly. Hey ladies, you know, it is what it is. It's great fun. You know, if you've got a lot of engines, you can come out and have a really nice afternoon playing around with them. You can get bigger rockets, you can get bigger motors, you can get ones with payloads, you can stick a GoPro in it and fire it up, and you know, there's so many different designs that you can have. I mean, I've got a few myself. I've also got a little Balsa sort of model rocket thrust car, so you can fire it along the ground on a runway or something, or a large open area, which we're going to be coming out and having a go with at some point. And the plan is, I've got a load of polystyrene gliders, and just over there is a place called Rail Tour. It's obviously a big mountain, it's really high, and I thought we'd take the rockets up there, we'd also take the gliders up there, and just have an afternoon of flying stuff or blowing stuff up, or whatever happens first. But yeah, that's going to be on another video, so make sure if you haven't already, you subscribe, you give the video a thumbs up and share it. As I say, the channel's going in a completely different direction now. We've got some guys working with the channel that are going to do things like the intros and things. So over the coming sort of weeks, the channel's going to really up its game, and hopefully you guys will come along for that journey. I've got a number of really cool paranormal excursions coming up, and as soon as Boris lets us go back to normal, there's some really, really cool stuff in the pipeline. And for now, as I say, I hope you're all well, hope you're all safe, keep busy, and I will see you all on the next video.